Hi, students. Today's lesson, we are going to talk about common activities, how to talk about things we do, right? So I can ask you, what are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, so again, we're going to look at a picture of a classroom. Let me tell you what is in the classroom. So it's the same classroom that we did and worked with yesterday, where things are. So we have a board at the back. There's a door next to the board. We have students, two students sitting at a desk. There's another student sitting at a desk. And there are two students talking to each other, right? Standing and talking. So what we're going to do is we're going to look and see who is doing what action. So we have the actions listen, listen, right? Listen, read, read, write, write. That's this one right here. And talk, talk. So we have listen, read, write, talk, right? You listen with your ears to sound, right? You read a book, you read words, and you write with a pencil, right? And you talk with your mouth, right? You talk with your mouth. Okay, so we're gonna look at the students. So the two students, we can see they are talking, right? They talk to each other, right? The two that are standing. There's one that has a pen and a paper. So that student, write, right? That's the action. The action is write. The next student is holding what looks like a book or a magazine. Well, that student, we read a book, we read a magazine, right? And then another student has headphones on, right? Headphones, the things that cover your ears or go into your ear, right? So that student, the action is listen, right? Listen. Okay. Sorry. Now we're going to read the words and find examples in our classroom, even though we don't have a classroom right now. So we'll just focus on these words on their own. Okay. Let's see. All right. So the words we have are pen, pen, right? So this is a pen. This is a pen. We have the word clock, clock, board, board, pencil, pencil, book, book, notebook, notebook, CD, CD, magazine, magazine, teacher, teacher. All right, let's read them again. Pen, pen, clock, clock, board, board. This one is pencil, pencil, book, book, notebook, notebook, CD, CD, magazine, magazine, teacher, teacher. Okay, so we're going to look at the pictures and we're going to write what all of these are. Okay, so first let me get my writing out. Okay, so this first item here is a pencil, right? A pencil is made of wood and you can erase it. That's a pencil. A pen, P-E-N, has ink. You cannot erase, right? That's what a pen is. All right, next picture is of a book, right? You read a book. Then we have a notebook, right? You write in a notebook. Then we have a CD, CD-ROM, sometimes is what they're called. Compact disc is what it stands for, but you could just say CD. Okay, the next one is magazine. Magazine, right? It's different from a book. There's mostly pictures in a magazine. It isn't as long as a lot of books, and it's not covered in the same way books are, but it's a magazine. The next picture is a woman standing in a classroom. So we'll just say, hey, that's a teacher, right? Because a teacher is a person, right? And then clock, right? We tell time with a clock. And then we have a board, right? A whiteboard, blackboard, right? These are the things that are in classrooms that the teacher writes on, right? So those are the items: pencil, pen, book, notebook, CD, magazine, teacher, clock, board. Let's see if I can change. I can't change the font. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and keep going. Okay, so it says complete the table with objects in exercise D. So it's saying, what do we write with? What do we listen with? What do we read, right? So we can say, let's do this. So do you write with a pen? Yes. Do you write with a pencil? Yes. Do you write in a notebook, right? Do you write on a board, right? Okay, then we can talk about, what do we listen to? You can listen, right, to a teacher talking, right? A teacher talk, right? You can listen to a CD, right? You can listen to a CD. And then read. What can you read? You can read a magazine, right? You can read a magazine. You can read a book. You can read the board, right? You can read a board. You can read a clock, right? You can read a clock. What does the time say? Read the clock, right? Okay, so we can write with a pencil, write with a pen, write in a notebook, write on the board, right? So then we have listen. We have teacher. You listen to a teacher. You can listen to a CD. You can read, right? Read a magazine, read a book, read the board, read a clock, right? Okay, let's keep going. All right. Okay, so what we're going to learn today is using ing, the present continuous, to add to verbs. So for example, we can use he or she and say is, then the verb read, write, listen, talk, sit, stand, and add ing sound at the end, ing. He is reading. She is writing, right? He is listening. She is talking. He is sitting. She is standing. So let me show you what that can look like. Right? So we can say she, right? S-H-E, then we add is, she is. Let's say she is listening, right? I'm gonna turn off my phone. She is listen, and then what we add is, oh, that changed the color. This part right here, ing, she is listening, right? It's not super complicated, just add the ing sound at the end, right? So we can say things like, so we can say something like this. He is reading. She is reading, right? He is writing. She is writing. He is listening. She is listening. He is talking. She is talking. He is sitting. She is sitting. He is standing. She is standing. Okay, so now what we're going to do is look at the pictures and say what people are doing, right? So this first one, she is reading. She is listening. And we can keep going and say, oh, well, this person right here, he is talking, right? He is talking. You also have to listen when you're talking to somebody, right? So we can say he is listening. All right, and this person right here, right? She has a pencil and a book open. So we can say, oh, she is reading. But she also has a pencil. So we can say, she is writing, right? So that's how we can describe, what are you doing? What is he doing? What is she doing? So if I say, what are you doing? You could say, oh, I'm just listening to music, right? I'm listening to my phone. I'm listening to my music. Or what are you doing? I'm writing a text message. Or I am walking to the store. And you can do this with all of the verbs, right? The ones we walk, talk, run. I am walking to school. I am going to the store, right? So we can use those. All right, now the last part of our lesson today is write about your classmates, right? So we can write about the people in our classroom. So since we are not in a classroom, I'll give you the first one that you can do. You can say, oh, Allison, right? That's me. Allison is teaching. Allison is teaching, right? Allison is teaching. So that's something you could say. Now try and, look around your house, look around where you are, and try and talk about what other people are doing, right? Maybe somebody is cooking, right? You can write the word like this, cook, and then ing, cooking. She is cooking. My roommate is cooking. My son is working. My husband is sleeping, right? So here's another one we can do, sleeping, right? sleeping, sleeping. So cook and cooking, it means the same thing in the sense that it's the same action, right? Cook, cooking, right? Okay, so practice this, try doing this for your homework today or just for your classwork today. Talk about what people are doing, and maybe ask, what are you doing right now, right? Ask somebody, what are you doing? And they'll say, oh, I'm cooking. I am cleaning. I am waiting, right? I am waiting for a phone call. So that's it for our lesson today, and I'll see you next time.